What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So for today's trailer review, we have a couple that we're going to be doing today, but for this one we have a trailer finally for Borderline, which my understanding is this is going to be a horror comedy. I'm not going to get on my soapbox when it comes to horror comedy. If you've watched any of my videos or any of my content, you know where I stand on horror comedy. You know what I mean by horror comedy or comedy inserted into horror films. So I'm not going to get down into the details of that for this particular conversation. So I want to just focus on the trailer and just a bit of the article information that we have here before we do that. We did cover off on this particular film a couple months ago when it first started coming out, when the information first started coming out about it. We did get, I think, an original release of a poster, or what was going to be a poster. And with this trailer, I think it kind of confirmed that poster. Now we'll see if there is one in this article, but if not, no big deal. Like I said, we're just going to jump right into the trailer. So as you see here, Borderline trailer, Samara Weaving stars in violent thriller comedy from Cocaine Bear writer. I mean, I'm a fan of Samara Weaving. I'm glad to see another horror film with her in it that's going to be coming out soon. So, and it's going to be coming out very soon, about a month from now, exactly 1 month. So, from the writer of Cocaine Bear and the producers of Barbie and Promising Young Woman, Borderline starring Samara Weaving has received a trailer and a release date this week. Magnet brings Borderline to theaters and digital platforms on March 14th, 2025. Pause. I think about every film we've reviewed, at least from a trailer review perspective, and I think some, as far as initial information we've gotten on films where we haven't gotten a trailer yet. This, again, and I've said this before, I'm not going to get on this soapbox either, but I just want to call this out. This is now another film that's going to be going to theaters and digital on the same day. I don't understand that, and I see this happening more and more, especially with horror films. And once this coming weekend is over, I mean, right now it's Friday, still mid-morning, not quite afternoon, and with it being a quote-unquote holiday weekend, it's going to be interesting to see if the film Companion is going to do any better this weekend, with it being Valentine's Day, along with Hard Eyes. My concern is, and I mentioned this during one of the live shows this week, is that those films will have massive drops, and if they do have the types of drops I'm expecting, anywhere between 60 to 70%, they're going to be getting pulled very soon, along with Presents, and we should be expecting some sort of an announcement, I would guess, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, what those digital dates are going to be, assuming we don't even get those in digital in the next 2 to 3 weeks, depending upon how badly they do. So, because if you don't know, if you didn't realize or notice, Werewolf, that came out in January, that film it had a 70%, 72, 71% drop in the second week, and within 2.5 weeks that film was already on digital for purchase or rent. And that film got a lot more marketing, a lot more push than all these other films have gotten. So I don't understand this particular business model, doing both at the same time. Again, I think people are just going to then default and say, I'll rent it. It's going to be cheaper to rent than go spend money on a ticket. I don't understand this, but obviously it's making money. Obviously it's making sense to who's ever making that decision internally in all these studios, because they keep doing it. But I just tend to see it happening more with horror films, which I don't know why. So watch the unhinged official trailer for Borderline below, described as a violently romantic comedy and starring Samara Weaving as a pop star in a twisted fight for survival. We have the rest of the cast here. We have a bit of the synopsis, which we're not going to read. You guys know I don't like reading synopsises or summaries. When we're going to get ready to watch a trailer, I want to be able to watch the trailer for what it is. But we will read, let's just say, the first part of this. So, a violent sociopath, Paul, escapes from a mental hospital and embarks on a dangerous rampage. His target, Sophia, a world-famous pop star and a obsessive fan. He takes Sophia hostage in her own home, delusionally believing they're getting married. So we're not going to read any more. I think that's enough to give us an idea of what we can expect. Some additional cast, and then as far as who produced it. So let's get into this trailer and see what it is going to be about.
miss you a lot. So by now, the best day of my life, and therefore yours, will be fast approaching. I love you so much, Sophia.
Tonight is the night. I'm proposing. We've been through this before. You don't know Sophia.
You're hilarious, Sophia. I'm ready to be yours forever.
We're gonna be married?
What, are you having second thoughts? I have a surprise for you. This is Penny. She's a big fan of yours.
I killed someone.
Look at that! Friends already.
Let's get all units to Cassowary Tabernacle.
JH, put the gun away. What kind of way is that to treat our guests?
Crazy bitch! Oh, God.
That is such bad luck, Sophia.
Please help yourself to champagne and first aid.
You put a priest in a box?
No, I put a pastor in a box. We're Protestant.
So I think this looks really good, actually. Again, when we talk about horror comedies, this one knows exactly what it is. It knows it's leaning into the fact that it knows it's a horror comedy. It looks like it's going to have some pretty interesting kills. So one of the ones that stood out to me, it was a quick scene. I'm assuming it's going to be a kill where Samara is standing up. She's got blood on her, and I'm wondering if this was the part of the scene where she was being pinned down by another lady, and she stabbed her with something, because she's in the same clothing. She's got the same like blood on her face. And the next scene where we see, in a couple scenes later, where we see her standing up, and she's got a bottle of lighter fluid over her head, like you would use for like a barbecue grill. And she is now squeezing it like downwards, as if she's like squeezing it onto somebody, as if she's getting ready to light them on fire. If so, epic kill. There were a couple sneak peeks on some of the type of kills we can expect. It definitely looks like this could be this looks like it could be a very good film. The fact that you're dealing with an obsessive fan who's a sociopath that somehow got into her house without, any level of security, knowing if she has security there on the grounds or an alarm going off. He just happened to get in there. Now, like most films like this, we already know, we got that from the trailer. At least I got it from the trailer, that this is going to be secluded into the home and the outer parts of the home, and then various characters will show up, as we saw here. But yeah, I think this looks pretty good. I mean, if I was to rate the trailer, I'm giving this, an easy 4.5. This looks like it's gonna be a pretty entertaining film. Again, I don't mind horror comedy films. It's when comedy is inserted into a horror film where it doesn't belong. So again, we won't go over that. I've covered that on plenty of videos. So if you want to know my take on that, you can go back and watch some of the live shows where we get into those details. But for this one, for Borderline, it comes out on March 14th in theaters and digital. I'm giving it a 4.5. I'll be checking this one out, and we will be doing a spoiler review once this comes out in a month from today. So that's where we're at for this trailer review and reaction. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about Borderline starring Samara Weaving, if you plan on checking this out. And if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 500 subscribers. So again, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. And to all those who have subscribed and all the new subscribers, thank you all for the support. It is greatly appreciated. And we will see you at the next one. Peace.